In this lesson, I want to show you some of the people that have inspired me throughout the years. The first person is Jimmy Chin. Jimmy Chin is a National Geographic photographer and a filmmaker who is extremely good at climbing too. He's like this alpine type of extreme adventurist. On top of that, he's also a fantastic photographer. And this combination to me, it's very inspiring to see a person being outdoors this much in this, environment, and then being able to capture it in those moments when people are doing these extreme things. And he's not a bad photographer, he's a fantastic photographer too. You can see some of his photos here. I mean, this is epic. I consider myself at least a hobby landscape photographer. I love photographing landscape. So being exposed on Instagram to these type of landscape with him, where he's also climbing on the harshest places on earth, extremely, extremely inspiring. So yeah, Jimmy Chin is definitely a guy that is incredibly inspiring to watch and follow online. The next person that has influenced me and admire a lot when it comes to photography is Anna Julia Gopi. She is a graphic designer and a photographer from Buenos Aires in Argentina, and her style of photography is something that I like a whole lot. It's pretty minimalistic and pretty dark. I think it's extremely moody in a way. I like it a whole lot. She made a collection, like an NFT collection, which is called Secret Windows. I love that collection. I personally own one of those pieces, and they look all like this. You can see them here. And it just captured my imagination in a way that not all photography does. And when I watched this, it sparked some magic in me when I saw this collection, and I was like, yeah, cool. And yeah, I really much like following her. I like her style of photography. I like that dark, moody vibe. And whenever I see her work, I get inspired to go create myself. So yeah, highly recommend following her too. So the next person I think is very inspiring is a buddy of mine. His name is Olle Nilssonen. He is a Swedish wildlife photographer, and he captures some incredible photos of the Swedish wildlife. And what's also inspiring about Olle is that he has grown his Instagram by creating reels, creating these little videos from around 2,000 followers to now 226,000 followers. So if you want to get inspired by vertical videos, I highly recommend checking him out. He's done a fantastic job there. On top of that, he's a fantastic wildlife photographer, and it's super fun to see how he hides in these little bear hides, waits for a whole night just for that one bear to walk by, or this one bird to come, or an owl or whatever. Really like his work. The next person I think is inspiring and has influenced my work quite a bit is Ása Steinars. She's also a fellow Icelander, but she's also a fantastic content creator. Really, really, really good at creating content. She's a fantastic photographer too, takes a lot of good photos, and she has managed to build a very fun life for herself by just leveraging social media, this adventure lifestyle type of content and photography that she produces. And she's always somewhere in Iceland. So if you want to see inspiring places in Iceland, I suggest giving her a follow, because she's basically lives in a van with her boyfriend and her kid, and then there's driving around everywhere. And she's often in Europe too, but as you can see, very cool photos. I mean, this is Iceland, isn't this fantastic? One thing Ása did very well, in my opinion, was that she realized very quickly the potential of Instagram Reels when they rolled them out. She's been creating content on Instagram for a long time, and she creates a lot of fun Reels where she's just travel lifestyle type of content on Instagram. The next person is no small name in the Icelandic photography community. His name is Ragnar Axelsson. I give you 10 points to everybody who can pronounce that name. So he's in the Arctic, he's in the Greenland, Iceland, the northern part of the hemisphere, taking photos and documenting life there. I've been on a few of his photographic expeditions. Fantastic. He's been also the news photographer for a newspaper in Iceland for a long time. His private work is also incredible. I love his photography, and as I said, he's a legend. And if you take a look, he works a lot with black and white photography, documenting life in the Arctics. I like it, and I think it's important also what he's doing, because he's so much in Greenland, documenting this indigenous life that is there, that is slowly dying out. Both because the ice caps are melting, and also this is just life from the past, and people are becoming more and more evolved. So his work is going to speak for a long time because he's really documenting life that, you know, is not going to live for that long. Love his photography. All right, so let me show you guys the last person on the list that has influenced my work. It's, of course, none other than the Queen herself, J.K. Rowling, the author of what's probably the best book of all time, Harry Potter. I like reading a lot of sci-fi and fantasy. And Harry Potter is just so much memories from a kid. I think a lot of people, especially in my age, when this came out when I was around 10-ish, something like that, have just so much good memories of these books, and even today it's being read. I mean, fantastic. And she just brought so much, like her storytelling is fantastic, and the way she has like built up the story, to me, inspired me a whole lot. Probably more than I know, because this is so engraved in my childhood reading Harry Potter. I mean, she's just so good at what she did, and what she does. So yeah, that was my influencers. Of course, there are more people that have influenced me, but I don't want to bore you with a long list of people that have inspired me throughout the years. But I would love to know what people have inspired you. So please share it with us in the forums. And in the next lesson, we are going to dive into why video, like vertical videos, have become so important in today's, day and age on social media.